Okay, here's a good one. These quotes are just golden. Your assumption to be effective cannot be a single isolated act. It must be a maintained attitude of the wish fulfilled. Neville Goddard. So, this one's a little difficult only because it seems to be at odds with some of what he says. And what I mean by that is Neville speaks about doing sats before bed. He basically talks about planting the seed of your desire, right? And bringing it to life in your mind's eye through visualization, right? And then letting it go, knowing that your internal God heard it, right? And will make it so. So to me, that kind of sounds like, it's a single isolated act. Well, that's the visualization part, or at least planting that seed. But the maintained attitude of the wish fulfilled actually kind of means living in the end. You must abandon the old self concept and move into the new. Let the old man die and go to the new. So, again, do what you want, right? Do what works for you. You do you, as somebody out there likes to say. But I find this is where affirmations really help. Again, do what works for you. But with affirmations, you're forcing yourself to live in the end, to constantly have that, to state that fact of where you want to be as if it's really in the here and now. You're forcing yourself to live in the wish fulfilled. You know, you might have some people who could literally go through their present 3D and ignore everything, right? They just float through it and somehow live in that state of the wish fulfilled, regardless of what they see. I have two dogs that are about to bark. I'm sorry. So this doesn't normally happen when they come running to the door like this. I have four dogs and three cats, all rescued, and these two barkers get everybody going. So anyway, it hasn't happened yet. Uh, so they totally threw me off the way they come running to the door. Um, so it must be a maintained attitude of the wish fulfilled. Everybody else who can't just drift through life that way might need like the affirmation to constantly say the affirmations through the day in maybe 10-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute chunks through the day when you're doing something that doesn't take any real thinking time. Think your affirmations. Think of your wish fulfilled, right? As if it's here. I'm this, I'm that, I have this, I have that. I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. Isn't it wonderful this, isn't it wonderful that? You literally, you know, um, fill your mind, your waking mind with that through the day. So that is the maintained attitude of the wish fulfilled. That can help you maintain that attitude of the wish fulfilled. Again, if you have a better way to do it, by all means, have at it. But there's a lot of people out there be like, what am I going to do? What do they mean living by the wish fulfilled and all of this stuff? It gets so confusing. And yes, it does. It does. And Neville sometimes adds to the confusion because he'll say one thing and then, like this. This sounds almost like double talk because, you know, he says this, but then you read and you hear his other lectures and he's like, well, you do this and then that's it. Well, maybe if you're a season, we're all seasoned manifestors in that we've all been manifesting our lives. But as far as being an intentional manifester, um, he was really good at it. He'd been doing it for decades, right? Um, you may be new at this, and you need to find your groove, so to speak. Find what works for you consistently, what it takes to get your mind into that zone for you. And different people may do it differently. So I humbly suggest the affirmation route. A lot of people seem to have success with it. So that's a good way. So definitely, do your mind's eye visualizations, whatever your little movie that you do in your mind from the first person. Again, you're not looking at you in it as a movie. You're looking in it as if you're in the movie, looking through your own eyes, like it's really happening to you. Like you're really responding, you're really touching, all of that stuff, the visualization, great. But to maintain the attitude of the wish fulfilled from then on, use affirmations to your advantage. And also, I'm going to plug my mind movies. Check out whether my little card comes up or whatever, or in my playlist, I have the mind movies. That's a good way to get some affirmations and visualizations easily on certain general subjects, like, whether it's success, love, or health or something. I did, I think, 3 or 4 of them. So uh, that might help you before bed, upon waking up, some quiet time, depending on how your day is. You know, you may be someone who's out in the city in an office or whatever, so maybe before bed or just on waking up is good for you, but in the middle of the day isn't. But you may also be someone who works from home, who is home, or whatever. You have quiet time, so you could also do that maybe in the middle of the day. Maybe you're lucky enough to be able to take a nap during the day, so you can double up on the visualization, relaxation type stuff, like a mind movie. Anyway, so your assumption to be effective cannot be a single isolated act. It must be maintained attitude of the wish fulfilled. So maintain that attitude of the wish fulfilled. I humbly suggest using affirmations for that. Do them over and over. It's a great way to like charge up that mental diet, to shore up that mental diet, get that mental diet, going well, and really bathe your subconscious mind in your desires that you want fulfilled. You want it to fulfill. So I hope this helps. I hope this is useful. Uh, and that's really that for now. Turns out my dogs didn't bark. They were like right on the edge. I thought I was going to have to shut this down early. And please like and subscribe, and please share this. And, your comments are always welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See you next time.